the thing that matters the most is family. And that's why we're here talking about it. Fast and Furious Highway Heist. And I'm sure the game, just like the movies, are all about family and nothing else. Hey, pro nerds, welcome back to another exciting episode of Unbox It. We're here for Fast and Furious' Highway Heist. I'm pretty stoked about this game. I love me some Fast and Furious, but in a way that you love that adorable, that dog that just really doesn't have it all together, which actually I have one of those dogs downstairs. But Fast and Furious, the movie franchise, has just gone so off the rails that you gotta catch them. You've got to watch the movies, even if you do it for $0, because something's gonna happen in one of those films that's just so bananas. You're gonna laugh about it, and you're gonna talk to your friends about it. But we're not here to talk about the movies, although we do recommend, again, you check them out. We're here to talk about Funko Games and their Fast and Furious Highway Heist game. That's right, Funko sent us over a copy of this new Fast and Furious game, and we couldn't be more excited to start that Highway Heist. We feel like the gameplay of this game is going to be very similar to the movie based on the instructions you get. And let me tell you a little bit about how that goes, because the description basically says, quote, "Get ready for an exciting new mission based on the blockbuster movie series, playing as Dom, Brian, Letty, Roman, and the rest of the Team Toretto on a harrowing high-speed heist. Go up against heavily armed enemies with your hot cars, daring driving, and jaw-dropping vehicle-to-vehicle leaps of faith. Whether you're taking down a swerving semi filled with valuable cargo, stopping a rampaging tank in its tracks, or bringing down a high-tech helicopter as it rains fire from the skies, you'll have to work together as a family to take advantage of every team member's strengths. Each of the three scenarios is different and impacts how you and your high-stakes seeking teams will strategize to win. On players' turns, they will move, leap from vehicle to vehicle, fight back enemies, and pull off crazy stunts. You'll accomplish this by passing dice skills checks with which your variable player powers and vehicle stats will impact." So, again, this is not a standard board game. This has got more of a tabletop feel going to it, much like we've talked about with some of the other Funko games. But let's take a look right now. Let's start with the packaging. Again, as I always say with Funko, the packaging is great. A little more straightforward. The last few things I've looked at have a lot of detail on the outside packaging. But what's important is that the back is full of information. I think it's important. A lot of games these days just don't give you enough about what's going on. I'll go shop the game aisle at stores. Always interested in buying games, even if I never have time to play them. I just want more and more and more. And you look at the back and you just don't get really what it's all about. Funko does a fantastic job, and they're doing it again right here with Fast and Furious Highway Heist, giving you enough information and enough visuals to make you understand or make you interested in possibly picking up that game. But as much as we can look at the box, let's talk about what's inside the box, because we know that's what we're all here for. It is ages 12 and up with 2 to 4 players, and it does say that on the packaging. I'm going to set that lid down as I yell into the microphone. Right off the top, you're going to get a lot of information here. So I think what's great about Funko Games is they don't cheat you on the instructions, on the details, on everything like this. You can go to their website, funkogames.com, to check out more about the games. Obviously, tons of videos out there about these games, but you have plenty of information in the booklets that the games come with. The board itself is a little bit smaller than what I was expecting. We've seen a lot of big games here. It's interesting for sure. And sorry about the autofocus on the camera. You've got the board, I guess, works for all 3 scenarios. Your different places. You can hold your player cards and your characters down here below. Obviously, on the back, you need a Dom quote. That's right. Doesn't matter what's under the hood. What matters is who's behind the wheel. Dominic Toretto. Fast and Furious. Awesome. If you haven't noticed or checked it out, our last season of I'm Not Famous that Carrie and I host has 8 glorious episodes of Fast and Furious action. That's right. We mock Fast and Furious through an entire season of I'm Not Famous. So head on over and check that out. It's right here on our YouTube. Looking further ahead, though, at this box, back to the game, you get some big cards here. So these are your stunt cards. Level 1s, level 2s, level 3, so you work your way up on a level, and then you do have reference cards as well. Again, Funko, thank you. Constant instructions on how to play these games. These games are not simple, they're very complex, and once more, the manufacturer providing you a lot of detail. Under those cards, though, and I like how it's packaged too, is your playing cards. So you have enemy cards, that are purple. Then you have enemy cards that are blue. So they're all enemy cards. It looks like I really don't know. Oh, on the back, excuse me. There are also ones that are kind of greenish. So each of the 3 scenarios has a set of enemy cards, it looks like. So I don't know if you can cross them over and still get the same impact, or if you need to use what they provide for those ones. Either way, there's a lot of cards. These are cards. So I talk about Funko's quality on things like that. I mean, obviously when you have a ton of cards, there are going to be more cards. So they are a little bit, flimsier cards, but the material on them is good. They've got that sleek, almost, I don't want to say water resistant, don't soak these in water, but I feel like if you spilled on them, you could clean them up real quickly and they'd stay in great shape. That more plasticky feel as opposed to papery feel. That's true for both the big and the small cards they have. Their game pieces come already in the bag. That's pretty cool. I like seeing that giant board of game pieces that we've seen in previous games, but just go ahead and make it easier for me. Great, they're in the bag right there. You get a bunch of different little game pieces, or I'm sorry, score pieces here, and then your die, which have things from, it has NOS containers, so of course you gotta get that NOS going. And then of course, tons of game pieces. Some of my favorite things about it is you have all your little cars here. Oh yeah, there's Dom's car, you got the little blue rice burner there, and then of course, your enemy vehicles, or whatever you're attacking, your 18-wheeler, your tank, and then the helicopter one, which I believe, let's check to see if that's accurate here. Yeah, your helicopter goes up above the map by being put into this little thing. Okay, Funko, I see what you're doing here. I like it. Awesome. There are 5 cars in total. Again, this is up to 4 players, so I'm assuming that you just choose your car there. And then there are tons of other just like your standard vehicles. These are going to probably be your collateral vehicles, I'm assuming. Tons of game pieces, a lot of fun going on in this box. Again, this is interesting. Fast and Furious is a huge we're talking $1 billion franchise, and it was only a matter of time before we saw a game. Thankfully, Funko is the one in charge of the game, because again, we have yet to say a negative thing about what Funko's dishing out in the games. Whether it be their Funko Pops, which everybody loves, and they have one for everything now, all the way to their games. They just seem to be producing not only quantity, but in quality as well. Let's take another look at this game laid out for everybody to see all the pieces together. So let's go through it real quick. Again, as I mentioned, you got your instruction manuals here. I have the board set up to where you can look at that. As we work our way through the cards, that's obviously the cards are here laid out. Some of your big ones, some of the small cards, which are your enemy cards, the die that I mentioned, your cardboard game pieces, and then of course all the vehicles for your different version of gameplays and everything like that. Pretty fun, pretty exciting. Wrapping it up, bringing it back around. So what do we think? Well, Project Nerd's going to give this an enthusiastic thumbs up, partly because, again, there's nothing more fun than tongue-in-cheek Fast and Furious time. So you could throw on some Fast and Furious in the background, make fun of some of the cheesy lines, talk a little bit about the over-the-top action while you recreate it on your coffee table or your game table if you're that fancy, and have some fun with friends. I think this is going to be a fun and exciting game. Looking forward to really getting into it. But first impressions, definitely during this Unbox It, I'm giving it a go. If you have any interest in Fast and Furious, or you're just looking for something unique and different, and I mean different, for game night, Fast and Furious Highway Heist might just be the game for you. Like other Funko games, the price point is fair, and you can probably find it at a very affordable price and oftentimes on sale online. All right, well, that's it for this episode of Unbox It. Before you head off, make sure you head on over to our YouTube, if you're not already watching this on YouTube, and you hit that like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Also, if you have opinions on Fast and Furious, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And of course, if you're not checking us out, or if you are on YouTube, you can head on over to projectnerd.com. That's project-nerd.com for tons of other great content beyond videos. And of course, just go to Google and search Project Nerd to find us all over the place: podcast, blog, event coverage, and obviously here, our video content on YouTube. That's it for this episode of Unbox It. Go pick up Fast and Furious. Make sure you check out all our other videos and play some games. Until next time, nerds.